Hello students, welcome to the thermodynamics. In this video, we will discuss clearly the constant temperature process. Constant temperature process is also called isothermal process or hyperbolic process. As we know, the thermodynamic process may be either compression or expansion or heating or cooling process Here isothermal process cannot be supporting for either heating the gas or cooling the gas. The reason is, for all these non-flow process, atmospheric air is the working material and the atmospheric air is coming under ideal gas. One of the characteristics of the ideal gas is, ideal gases never be going for phase change. Without phase change, it is impossible to supply the heat or remove the heat at constant temperature. Now come to the compression or expansion process. Isothermal process may be supporting for, or constant temperature process may be supporting for either compression or expansion. It is like this. Let us take the cylinder with piston mechanism. Assume some gas is there inside the system. Now, when you push down the piston, the gas below the piston is compressing. During the compression process, pressure increases. Along with pressure, temperature of the gas also increases. During the compression process, pressure increases, or when you push down the piston, the gas below the piston is compressing. During the compression process, pressure increases. Along with pressure, temperature increases. But if you want to maintain the constant temperature during the compression, what you do is, surrounding to the cylinder, you place the cold source, like cold water. Try to place the cold water, large amount of cold water. Large amount of cold water is coming under cold source. That cold source can receive any amount of heat energy without raising the temperature. So anyhow, during the compression process, along with pressure, temperature increases, but I placed the cold source, surrounding to the cylinder. For that cold source, the compressing gas can dump the heat to the cold source. Because of this cold source effect, or once the compressing gas is dumping the heat to the cold source, the temperature of the compressed air is decreasing. Because of the compression, temperature increases along with pressure. But because of the cold source effect, since the compressing gas is dumping the heat to the cold source, the temperature of that gas is decreasing while it is dumping the heat to the cold source. Then the combined effect of increase in temperature due to compression and decrease in temperature due to cold source may maintain the constant temperature. That is how you can maintain the isothermal condition during the compression process. From this, the moral is, isothermal compression is possible only by adding the cold source. Without adding this cold source, it is impossible to maintain the constant temperature during the compression process. Similarly, if I take the another arrangement, the same cylinder with piston mechanism. Assume some gas is there inside the cylinder. When I pull up the piston, when I pull up the piston, by the time the piston is moving upwards, the gas inside the cylinder is expanding. Because of the expansion, definitely pressure is dropping. Along with pressure, temperature is supposed to be decreased. But if you want to maintain the constant temperature during this expansion process, you provide the hot source surrounding to the cylinder. As we know, the hot source is one. It can give any amount of heat energy without dropping the temperature. This may be the hot source, large quantity of hot source. By the time the gas is expanding, along with pressure, temperature is dropping. But surrounding to the cylinder, since I placed the hot source, this hot source is giving some heat energy for the expanding gas. So because of the hot source effect, or because of the receiving the heat from the hot source, the temperature of the gas increases. So because of the hot source effect, temperature of the gas increases. Because of the expansion, temperature is dropping due to drop of pressure. But because of the hot source effect, temperature increases. The combined effect of drop of temperature due to expansion and increase in temperature due to hot source, this combined effect is maintaining the constant temperature. So from this, the moral is isothermal expansion is possible by adding the hot source, and isothermal compression is possible by adding the cold source. Without adding the hot source, isothermal expansion is impossible. Without adding the cold source, isothermal compression is impossible. Anyhow, conclusion, this isothermal process or constant temperature process may be either compression by adding the cold source or expansion by adding the hot source. Now let us have the equation of state for isothermal process. Here isothermal means T1 equal to T2. Temperature before process is equal to temperature after process. The ideal gas equation P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Since we are discussing the constant temperature process, T1 T2 are cancelled. Finally, it is product of pressure and volume at state 1 equal to product of pressure and volume at state 2. From this I can also write the product of pressure and volume remains constant for isothermal process. According to Boyle's law also, we got the same relation. So if you want to get the slope of the constant temperature curve with PV coordinate system, you differentiate it on both sides. Let us have that one. PdV plus VdP is equal to 0. From this I can write that PdV equal to minus VdP. From this, dP by dV is equal to minus P by V. The quantity dP by dV is the slope of constant temperature curve with PV coordinate system. The slope of it is like this. If I take the PV coordinate system, pressure versus volume coordinate system, if you want to project the isothermal curve with PV coordinate system, the slope of that isothermal curve is dP by dV equal to minus P by V. A negative sign with the slope indicates, as we know, isothermal process may be either compression. During the compression, pressure increases. During the compression process, pressure increases, but volume decreases. Similarly, during the expansion process, pressure decreases. During the expansion process, pressure decreases but volume increases. So during the isothermal process, since pressure and volume are reciprocal, the negative sign indicates as the pressure increases, volume decreases, and vice versa at constant temperature. If you want to construct the isothermal curve for the compression process, the isothermal compression curve is looking like this. This may be the representation of isothermal compression curve. During this compression process, pressure is increasing from P1 to pressure increases from P1 to P2. While the pressure is increasing from P1 to P2, volume of the gas is decreasing from V1 to V2. Area below this PV diagram is equal to work required for compression process. Similarly, the isothermal expansion process is coming. Isothermal expansion process should be drawn for dropping the pressure. During the expansion process, pressure is decreasing but volume increases. So anyhow, this is the isothermal compression curve. That isothermal compression is possible by adding the cold source. Once the cold source is added, here the heat is rejected to the cold source. Similarly, for isothermal expansion, we have to add the plus Q because isothermal expansion is possible by adding the only hot source. Now let us have the mathematical relation for thermodynamic work. Thermodynamic work equal to integral 1 to 2 PdV for any thermodynamic process. Here both pressure and volume, look at the diagram. Pressure and volume both are variable quantities. Therefore directly we cannot integrate, but it can be done like this. Since product of pressure and volume remains constant for isothermal process, product of pressure and volume remains constant for isothermal process. From this you can write that pressure equal to a constant by V. So it is equal to, so integral 1 to 2, in place of P, let me write the K by V, K into, I can write dV by V. Since K is constant, write it outside, K outside, integral 1 to 2 dV by V. You integrate it, simple mathematics. Constant K into integral dx by x equal to log x, and apply the limits from 1 to 2. Here it is ln integral dV by V is ln V. Apply the limits from 1 to 2. ln V2 by V1. Again this K equal to what? This K equal to PV. It can be also written as, in the place of K, I am writing the PV ln V2 by V1. That is the thermodynamic work formula for the isothermal process. So thermodynamic work equal to PV. In place of PV, I can also write MRT, because PV equal to MRT is the ideal gas equation. MRT into ln V2 by V1. This can be also written as MRT ln this V2 by V1, I can also write P1 by P2. This V2 by V1, here from this relation I can write that P1 by P2 equal to V2 by V1. So in place of V2 by V1, I have written the P1 by, I have written the V2 by V1 equal to P1 by P2. That is the thermodynamic work formula. So anyhow, these are thermodynamic work at constant temperature in terms of volume limits and in terms of pressure limits. Now come to the change in internal energy. du equal to mCV into T2 minus T1. Since we are discussing the constant temperature process, that means T2 equal to T1, then this difference will be equal to 0 and something equal to 0. Change in internal energy, du remains 0 means U2 minus U1 equal to 0, or U2 equal to U1, or internal energy remains constant for constant temperature process or for isothermal process. Now come to the non-flow energy equation. Non-flow energy equation is Q equal to W plus du. Since this du equal to 0, since the du equal to 0, heat transfer Q equal to work transfer. You know, Q is the one path function quantity, W is the other path function quantity. Both path function quantities are equal for isothermal process. And one more important point is, here heat transfer is coming under the low grade energy, work transfer is coming under high grade energy. Here low grade energy and high grade energy, once again the low grade energy and high grade energy are identical only for isothermal process. Only for isothermal process, low grade energy and high grade energy are identical. With this isothermal process completed, in the next video we will discuss the reversible adiabatic process. Thank you very much.